Hello everyone, my name's Jack Sorrell, and today we're going to be setting up and unboxing the N2Elite Amiibo emulator. What does this thing do, I hear you ask? Well, it's an Amiibo with some big upgrades. It works just like the Amiibo I'm using right now, but with the N2Elite, you can have multiple Amiibo on one Amiibo. And just like your normal Amiibo, it works on Wii U, Switch, and 3DS. But that's enough talk for now, let's do the unboxing. This is the box it comes in, which is really hard to open by the way. I had to open the box before I started recording because it was so difficult to open. But it's a good quality box if that means anything. Inside, we have a USB to micro USB cable for connecting the NFC reader to your PC or Mac. In the tray, we have the N2Elite Amiibo and the N2Elite NFC reader writer. As you can see, when I take the NFC reader out of the tray, the plastic separates a little bit, but this clips back in easily. There's the NFC reader writer, and there's the N2Elite Amiibo chip, which has a single button allowing you to cycle between the Amiibo stored on the chip. Setting it up is fairly easy. Just go to the N2Elite website, go to downloads, then download the software for your platform. If you're using a Windows PC or a Mac, you have to install the USB drivers. This part's important. You can download the drivers here for PC and Mac. To extract the N2Elite files, you have to download WinRAR and use it to extract the files. I already have WinRAR, so I can do it right now. And don't forget to extract the USB driver as well. Let's install the important USB driver before we begin. Just open the folder and choose the driver for your version of Windows, 64-bit or 32-bit. After you've installed the USB driver, you can delete the remaining driver files from your computer. Now let's look at the N2Elite control software. But first you should note that you shouldn't delete these two files because the N2Elite software uses them when it's running. Also remember, you have to connect the NFC reader to your computer before you open the software. I had some issues with my antivirus because of this. When you open the software, it should look like this. Let's give it a quick test before we continue. Place any Amiibo on the NFC reader, then click connect. You can see my King Dedede Amiibo shows up in the software. Now let's try backing up an Amiibo. Just scan the Amiibo like you did last time, then select it and click dump. And there it is. That's the Amiibo file that your Nintendo console interacts with when you scan it into a game. Let's rename the file so we can identify easily if we decide to back up more Amiibo in the future. Now let's add some Amiibo to the N2Elite NFC chip. Once you scan it in, you should see one empty slot, which is called a bank. I'm going to place my King Dedede Amiibo into the first bank on the NFC chip, but you can use any Amiibo you want. And there it is. If I were to scan the N2Elite into Super Smash Bros, my King Dedede Amiibo would show up, with all of the levels and stats my original King Dedede Amiibo had. But remember, N2Elite can hold up to a massive 200 Amiibo at once, so let's go and add some more. But before we do that, you should set the bank count of your N2Elite to the number of Amiibo you plan to add on it. Now let's go to the Amiibo page of the NFC Bank website, where we can download Amiibo to put on our N2Elite. You can choose from any series of Amiibo, and these are updated all the time. First of all, let's try Super Smash Bros for Wii U and 3DS. But we're not going to be downloading just any Amiibo, we're going to be downloading an Amiibo with max stats. This might be a hack, because I don't think it's possible to get maximum stats in-game normally. To find these maxed out Amiibo, go over to the search bar, tick only in this category, then search max stats. And all of the Amiibo listed here should be at max stats and be really powerful. Trust me, you don't want to be up against one of these. Let's go with Captain Falcon. This one comes with max stats, trophies, items, and gold. Click the blue link with the paperclip next to it and the amiibo will begin downloading in a few seconds. Here's the Captain Falcon amiibo file, and now let's add it to the N2Elite. Let's add one more amiibo, but this one's for Super Mario Odyssey. The process of adding more amiibo to the N2Elite is the same across all amiibo. I recommend clicking disconnect before removing the N2Elite from the NFC reader, but this isn't completely necessary. Now let's test out the N2Elite in some games and see if it works. Let's try it in Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS first. Place the N2Elite onto the NFC reader and the N2Elite will send the amiibo in slot 1 to the console. And there it is, it shows up just like any other amiibo. But now, let's try the Captain Falcon amiibo, which should have max stats. And there it is, 200 attack, 200 defense and 200 speed. You didn't have to spend any gold on that. To cycle through amiibo, press the button on the N2Elite just before the console successfully scans it. The reason you have to do this quickly is because the NFC reader in your console powers the amiibo. The amiibo needs power to cycle through. Now let's try scanning all 3 amiibo stored in the N2Elite in Super Mario Odyssey, and we'll see how fast it can cycle between them. And as you can see, it scans at the same speed as a normal amiibo and cycles through amiibo very fast. There's one thing I want to point out about the Peach Wedding amiibo. When you scan it in Super Mario Odyssey, it will refill your health and double it, which is kind of crazy. It takes a lot of challenge out the game when you have the option to refill your health at any time, but that's just my opinion and I might use this a lot. Now we're in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so let's scan in Princess Peach and we'll get the Peach Racing suit. Then we'll cycle through to DDD and then cycle to Captain Falcon and we'll get the Captain Falcon Racing suit. And now we can play as Captain Falcon. Well, not quite, but it's the best option we have right now. The N2 Elite is really good and I like it, but I don't know if it's worth it because it's so expensive. I guess it depends how much you want to use Amiibo, which is completely up to you. Let's go with the Blue Falcon, normal wheels, and the Super Glider. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to play Mario Kart as Captain Falcon, so I better end the video here. Well, that's all for today. My name's Jack Sorrell, and I'll see you next Sunday with a brand new video. If you have an idea for a future video, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll feature your channel in the video if your idea gets chosen.